Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Yet another beautiful day lies ahead of our glorious republic as we continue to make progress across the river, as we continue to develop this beautiful new city that I'm really quite excited to see sort of come together. You can see it off in the distance there. It is taking an interesting shape on, and it's just, very different from anything we've done before. Don't want to bore you with a prolonged introduction. Just want to mention, as always, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it continue, folks, please do not forget to leave a like and a comment down below. It does make a very big difference in how I approach content on the channel. It changes what I do and how I go about doing it. Again, I read every single comment to inform me with regards to feedback, opinions, tips, suggestions, what have you. And I do take a look at the number of likes and comments to get a quick read on just folks' interest levels on the various series that are happening on the channel. With that said and done, like I said, I will not bore you with a prolonged introduction. So folks, let's go ahead and get this party started. I am going to try and stay entirely focused in this area today. Hopefully there aren't too many other distractions that will pull us away from working, well, not up there necessarily, but down over here, or maybe a little bit of both. And hopefully we'll make a significant bit of progress over here. There is quite a bit to do, but things are coming together. We'll need to make some adjustments to what I did last time. Some things did, I guess, slip my mind, or for some reason or the other, I didn't take some things into consideration that I normally do. So we'll have to make a couple of corrections, but apart from that, we should be okay from last session stuff. I do want to mention as well that I got quite a few suggestions with regards to what would fix our problem over here with regards to the jamming that we're getting. And one of the suggestions I've received is with regards to this connection and just getting rid of this connection to the steel mill. That's not a bad idea. We're not using this connection anymore. Initially, the plan, I suppose, was to sort of use these tracks to deliver steel through the city, and then, as we went along, we decided that that would not be ideal. That wouldn't really be how you'd want to do it, and instead we're not even moving steel up in that direction anymore. We're typically just bringing it down over here or over here, but, if we wanted to take it out, you'd kind of want to do it sort of in a bit more of an isolated space like this, where you don't have as many, as dense a population living, I suppose. So, the steel would be coming around this way anyway. But I'm curious as to how that would go about solving the actual problem over here, because if a train never crosses this semaphore, then it shouldn't really be having any effect, right? And again, this is just indicative of me not necessarily fully comprehending how some of these things work at times, especially how the game sometimes understands them. But one thing we can do to just test it out at the very least is get rid of a section of the track over here. So why don't we go ahead and drop that off and drop this off as well. So now technically we have isolated this track. Down the line, if we do want to reconnect it for some reason, I have that option. Or if I want to even loop back or do whatever I want with this, we can. That'll, the track is laid out. We spent a lot of sort of money, I should say, resources and time establishing these tracks, so why not keep them at least partially built, and it'll give us some options with regards to what we might want to do in the future. I was also suggested to remove the track over here, but just as a reminder, this is actually a pretty important piece of track because this is how workers get up to the car manufacturing area. So if you were, I saw a couple suggestions for that, so that's why this track over here exists. And the weirdest thing for me is that it was working fine for so very long, and then suddenly it kind of stopped. Now obviously that this track is directly connected with this track as well, but actually no, that wouldn't be it, because it's not like what's going on over here. Like, we've been seeing some jamming over here, but it's not like the jamming over here would impact the passenger lines. We've kept them separate intentionally to make sure that we wouldn't have kind of overlapping problems like that. So I'm a little curious about what's going on there, and we'll keep an eye out on it from time to time. We'll make sure things are doing okay, but for now, I think this should do the trick. It's been suggested that this should actually be a chain both ways, so we can try that. All right, and this should be a chain both ways as well. So why don't we go ahead and pop this down over here, right? And that should help out. And if we're putting that down over there, then perhaps I should put in these over here as well. But should they not be chains? I guess these should be chains. Let's try this out. See if that does the trick. Again, I'm gonna try and not look down here too often today because I do want to stay focused up over there, and then I might come down and actually spend some time to figure this stuff out. So before one last thing before I get into this is with regards to the community update from Friday. Normally I kind of talk a little bit about the latest update from the developer diary. But there isn't too much to talk about today. The only thing worth noting, I guess, is that they're making progress and things are looking good. They released a couple of screenshots in the latest dev diary, so if you want to check it out, check out the community update. It shows, you can see the helipads. It shows what the tunnels actually look like in first-person mode. So that's what they're kind of working on right now, is just fixing some bugs with going through tunnels with the first-person camera. Looking pretty good. And then they also showed off how the city looks in rain, and it's actually it's coming together really nicely. Like the road gets wet, you get some wet patches and stuff. Buildings get wet, and they get like wet patches and things on them. So it's coming together real nice, and they're doing a lot of bug fixing right now. So hopefully we'll be seeing access to that soon. I'm very excited for that. And in fact, I got a great comment last session with regard, like, really got my mind racing. It was the idea of like having like helipads over here to facilitate construction, not necessarily of the town, but of at least maybe the nuclear facilities over here, to have like choppers come through and drop off materials and drop off workers to basically like rush the production of our nuclear capabilities while the town is still being planned and stuff like that. I don't know. It was something about that. I was just like, that'd be pretty cool to like have choppers coming through to help rush a construction. We're not always rushing around these parts though, but it'd be nice to kind of like see some progress over here while we're planning some stuff out. But obviously if I could find a road connection, I guess I could get some of this stuff building right now. Do I really want to pull away from this though? That's the question. Because I feel like these guys, they'll take some time still. In fact, what I could probably do is I could probably assign at least some more construction offices to some of these guys. All right, here's what we're going to do. Go ahead and Uprising Grad Construction Office. Where you at? There you are. Go ahead and add. There's no reason these things should be going so slowly. I think once these guys get done, we'll be able to focus across the river. And that's the only reason I'm kind of like down here right now. Again, I consider this as a part of working across the river as well, because we're trying to get ourselves into a position where we're able to start doing that. Like start seeing progress up there. So go ahead and assign all these. You don't have auto search on. Maybe that's something I should consider. There you go. So that's these guys. I saw Zodchild listed in some of the construction sites, but let's go ahead and add, just for posterity's sake, make sure it is across the board. There you go. And yeah, the quicker we get these things done, maybe some of these roads and stuff as well, the quicker we'll be able to move on and just find the road connection, basically. Why don't we also get Zavutsk working down over here? Again, this little like pseudo highway of ours has been so cool to like just see how much of a difference this has made to the construction and stuff down over here. It has sped things up so much. I think it's pretty cool, actually. I think it's still one of my holy crap moments from this game, where it's just like, dude, this actually worked. I thought that was pretty epic. But yeah, so that should help speed this stuff up. Now, I think that's everything I want to deal with down over here as it pertains to up over here. I do have to wonder, how do we get the road connection? I mean, we can connect, like we can kind of have like this, there's like a cloud clearing right where it would happen, I guess, almost. Like this road would continue on this way. We'd probably need a tunnel, actually. And then this would continue on down this way. And they like meet in the middle in the tunnel. I don't know if the new update allows for that kind of intersection and stuff in the tunnel, but it does allow for curved tunnels and curved overpasses and highways and whatnot. Curved bridges, I should say. So one way or another, we're going to have to get this thing move up that way. Or we do like, it goes straight out and then it kind of like winds up the mountains and then connects down that way. That could be cool, actually. I do like winding roads and stuff to navigate through mountains. So we might do that. Or we might do a tunnel. That's one option. And that would give relatively easy access to these guys down over here. Like, they'd kind of like drive over. They'd like drive over. They'd come up this way. They'd drive through. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. The other option would be to maybe extend... like, extend the highway down over... Like, extend a new kind of highway thing from over here out. So it would go past all the traffic over here. It would go straight out. And like go up. That looks a bit more messy to me. I think that's what we're going to stick with. And once we do that, all the construction vehicles can start coming up over here through the bridge. We'll still have to figure out the train tracks and more connections, obviously. We want to have more connections to the older cities, right? Like over here, What I'm thinking is this road will probably like split off, and we'll have a bridge go across this way. That'll then connect over here or something like that. It would also allow us to connect to the farms up over here, right? If we needed to, if we needed to transfer food in some different ways, we'd have access now. So that seems like a reasonable option. So like have this road come down here, cross over this way, and then it would kind of like go through and then come up this way, right? So then this is not just a road to the airport for transporting goods and whatnot. So that would be good, yeah, because then the nuclear waste and stuff could be ferried over to like be stored over here. Don't necessarily want to do it close to the airport though. We'll figure that out. But I want the nuclear waste to be stored away from the food, I guess, right? Not that it does anything. I don't think it actually has any impact in game, but I think that would be a good idea. So that would be the roads and the tracks. The tracks are what are worrying me. I don't want to busy this area too much. I don't want to sully this area too much because, again, soon we're going to have vehicles being dropped off over here. So we have to keep that in mind, right? Vehicles will be coming over here, which means there will be trains coming up over here. We already have trains coming up and going around the bend this way. And the busier this gets, the harder it'll get to navigate. The slower things will start to navigate as it starts to get clogged up. So I'd probably want to separate it, actually. Question is, do I want to separate it like up over here, draw the tracks across this way and pull them out, or what? I guess that's what we would do. Other option would be to like pull out from over here, go across this way, like the train. That's not a bad option. Is like if these tracks kind of like pull out this way, right? Go up this way. They'd have to like swerve through the town a little bit, and it's not bad. That's not a bad thing or anything. They go up, they kind of like swerve up this way, and then they go straight parallel to this main road over here through the mountains. Or they might even like close in. I don't know. And then go through side by side with the road, pop out this way, and have the train bridges somewhere over here as well. I definitely want to try and get train access up over here, though. We definitely also need to get train access up over here where goods are actually being delivered and where the tracks accidentally got built already. So we'd need to figure that out. Yeah, maybe it does have to be like up over here. That'd be cool. It'd be parallel to the road bridge over here, right? It's just that this is starting to look a little messy, which makes me a little concerned. Or like pull out from over here, maybe. Give it some more breathing room. Yeah. Anyway, this is... I'm throwing these ideas out there so that if anybody spots any issue with some of my thinking over here, you can kind of point it out and let me know right off the bat so I'm, you know, I don't make a big mistake or anything. We could, in fact, actually start plotting some of these lines out just so I can remember down the line when the time comes. So these guys will come out this way. One sec. See the wireframe. Can't really... I guess I could use that to mark my angles. Sure, so kind of get like a little too close actually. Pull you up to here because this will come out, and then maybe like over here. Sure. Pop you down like so. Pop you down like so. These guys will continue on. Here's what we're gonna do. Not. Come on now. There we go. We'll continue on like so. Ended a bit short because we want the... Again, we're not necessarily just gonna like build this. This is just a marker basically. Right? Because like over here we'll have to like slope up or something so that we can... I don't like bridges that like suddenly jut like upwards. Like, this is not my favorite thing. They're fine, they look pretty cool, and they serve their function, but that is old PartyElite. That is a PartyElite that was still familiarizing himself with everything that he could and could not do with bridges. I would like to make this be a lot smoother, like what we have going on over here, where it just kind of like rolls off the hills. So we'll make some adjustments over here. So don't take this to be the final build. It's more like a reminder of the direction we're taking, I guess. So the bridge would come across up this way, and on this side, we would pop out roughly here-ish. Again, we're not actually building these. There's references. The road would come down. See, we want to make sure the road is able to come across this way. Do we like... Where are we? road. Like if the bridge continues on, right? Like if the bridge keeps going, and this road could come down this way. No, but we need this bridge to be high as well, right? Oh, that's too bad. Alright, let's see. Cancel that. Again, I know this might seem like I'm not working over here, but it is all connected to the new city and all that, so I very much feel justified in focusing on this for a little while as we plan our connections, because if we can't connect properly to the old cities and whatnot, then we're, you know, we're in for a very not-so-sweet surprise. So this would go roughly like this, I think. Right, so the bridge has to be a little bit higher, and at one point over here, this will turn around. And, I mean, I don't know if we'll do the same, like, this kind of a thing that we got going on over here. I don't know if that's really necessary, but maybe. So you'll go, keep going straight down. These tracks will come through, the bridge will drop off somewhere over here. And then they can kind of go, like, parallel, I guess, down this way. Eventually, we'll have to either flatten all this to connect, or the tracks will come up and go through here like a tunnel. Let's see. Where is our railway tunnel? Pull out from here. I see. Well, we can do this kind of a thing. It doesn't have to be straight, right? Question is, do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Let's see. Not too bad. It's not too shabby looking or anything. Plot you down for now. Plot you down for now as well. Because of the bridge, we need to end like somewhere over here. Like it cuts pretty suddenly down, I guess, is my only concern. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a big fan of exactly how that's going to end up looking. Might instead want to flatten this a bit more so we can kind of get like this kind of an angle or something going, you know? Something, we'll figure it out. But that's where the tracks are coming in from, fair enough. Where the road's coming in from, fair enough. And we're going to have the road down over here as well. This, I think we've put down enough. I think this will be... I don't think I'll forget this, let's put it that way. But on the topic of... Well, let's go ahead and just start construction of plant infrastructure so I don't accidentally auto-build these tracks. And let's go ahead and, as far as a road is concerned, you would perhaps go up this way. Sure, pop you down like that. Again, placeholder. Rotate you like so. And then this would go across somewhere over here, right? It's going to be interesting trying to get all this to like fit in nicely, but I think this would work. So now with the tracks, anytime we want to bring resources up over here, we can. Anytime we want to take them out, we can. This will connect us. Again, what we'll probably want to do is have this connect both ways so that if we want to transfer goods... See, something I messed up over here, which I might need to go back and fix, is that these loops are kind of isolated. How do I get a train from down over here up over there? I can't, right? Like a train has to come up. It has to go out. It has to go through the depot, which they don't do, to end up over here. So I need to make a bigger adjustment over here if I ever want to send goods up in this general direction. I don't think I'll ever need to, but that's something to keep in mind in the future as well. I saw some comments with regards to like, hey, you know, let's start a new series. And we've talked about this every once in a while. That is the plan. Eventually we will have a season 2. Just waiting for some more updates, waiting for some more progress over here. We discussed it recently when y'all would like to see us move on to a new season. So I've kept all that in mind for sure. And when we do that, yes, I will be taking all of these learnings into, you know, consideration, obviously. And just like we'll have a smoother start. And I think we'll have fewer, hopefully, situations where it's just like, oh damn, I didn't think about this in the future. Like, you know, we'll have more solutions than we'll have where is it's so hard to, there we go. Yeah, problems, I guess, right? This was a strange thing to try and force the build of, right? But yeah, so that is the plan, rest assured. This is really annoying. We'd also do it probably on a new map. I don't know if I'll do like a modded map or something, or like a default in-game map, but we'll do it on a different map and stuff as well, so there'll be different challenges. Anyway, that's a little bit of a distraction, digression on my part. Forgive me. Let's go back over here. Let's actually get ready to hit play. I want to just take a quick look at this. Numbers are looking good. Numbers are looking very good. Close to 75k. What's the highest we've ever had, actually? We are at the highest. Yeah, we are at the highest we've ever had. We've had a few moments of population decline. But overall, you know, we've done well. Like you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Around the 4th vertical separator there, like the bold one, we had a huge dip in population. I assume that's when like food and stuff wasn't getting to people and people were starting to immigrate elsewhere and provide the expertise of our people to other neighboring nations. But then after that, it's been pretty consistent growth. We've had a couple of, I guess you could say, moments of population decline, but I wouldn't call them entire, you know, like an entire like era of population decline like that. What is it again? 1, 2, 3, 4th little marker there. So we've been doing pretty good. Oh, right, this one stays like that 4th marker there. So we've been doing pretty good in terms of our unemployment. You can see we've been having those train problems relatively recently. Hopefully we'll be able to solve that. Hopefully what we did today will solve that, in fact. And apart from that, though, education, blue is university. Oh, look at that university education skyrocket, eh? That's great. That's great. No education is unfortunately going up as well, but again, that takes into consideration babies, which is kind of silly to me. I feel like education should only track people who can have an education. Like if you are at the age where you can no longer go to school, that's when you should be marked as somebody with no education. But I've been told that this includes babies, and it's like, well, of course they don't have any education. Come on. 21 pluses are looking pretty good as well right now, though again, it was advised that I shouldn't just empty an entire building, and this is an excellent point. I didn't even realize this, but when I empty an entire building into a new spot over here, and that, you know, emptied building gets filled up by new 21 pluses, the circle of life continues. Those 21 pluses will eventually have children, and you've created a sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy where you now have, again, more 21 pluses over here. Whereas if you had some 60, 65, or, you know, what's our life expectancy? 85. If you had some 80-year-olds living here, and they stayed living here, eventually they would pass away, and then empty spaces would be, you know, freed up, I guess is the way to put it. Anyway, that's all the numbers reviewed, and let's go ahead and actually hit play for real. Yeah, I'm excited for how this will all come together. I think this will work quite nicely. I've been mulling over this for a while. I'm glad we've left this space empty. It's almost like this game gives you so much room to play so that you can expand and have some empty spaces for future development and for future progress and for future considerations. It's almost like you're supposed to use all that space. Anyway, on the topic of using all that space, back over here where we're doing the exact opposite, where I need to make a couple of adjustments, like I was saying. Adjustment number 1 is that this thing does not have a road connection. Can I make a road connection happen over here? I cannot. All right, wonderful, fantastic. That's my favorite thing to see. What I'll need to do then is let's get rid of, I don't think it'll be too much of a struggle. Get rid of this store over here. The road would, it's not going to work with me, is it? Not going to cooperate, are you? Of course not, why would you? Just need like a little bit of room here. Too sharp of it. Get out of here. The other option is, of course, to put this down elsewhere. And cancel that. It's not going to let me put a store down here. Like, I don't know why I'm even like clicking to check this. I like know it's not going to let me put a store down over here. It is a small store that we're doing, right? This is the small shopping center. Glad I checked. Small shopping center. Yeah, not gonna fly. Well, actually, I say that, but nah, it's not gonna fly. How else could I do this? I could do it like this. Again, it's not symmetrical, but sometimes symmetry be damned, right? Yeah, maybe. I received a couple of suggestions with how to approach this differently and like to simplify the process and whatnot. I think we're probably okay with this layout. I think we're probably all right with what's going on over here. Let me pop this down, and then I'll further explain that. I really liked it when it was pointing this way. Hang on a second. Small shopping center. Obviously, it won't connect the... I wonder if I have a bit more wiggle room here and I can shift this slightly to the left instead. Let's try it. Get rid of the forklift facility. Yes, demolish, please. Where is my forklift garage here? Pop you down like this. I don't need that top connection, right? Oh, I guess I do. Connect to the warehouse. Man. This is where I wish I could just like mirror this and have the road be on the other side. Huh. Okay. Okay, what about... Alright. Literally playing with millimeters here. Pop you down like this. Right? And the road... Oh no, what? We lost a mine? Oh no! I guess we don't have fire services that can reach all the way down over here, eh? Not quickly enough, at least. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. It is easily replaced. Where are our pump jacks? There we go. Hook you up like so. Gotta get rid of the road a little bit. That's funny, actually. Didn't even realize that would probably happen. Pop you back. Doesn't want to auto-connect, eh? Fair enough. Roughly over here. It's really not the end of the world. I'm not too fussed about this at all, because we've got the money to replace it. There we go. Go ahead and pay for you, and pay for you. Beautiful. Keep that oil pumping. Alright, where was I? Right, up over here. We are. This station is so big. I was like, did I go past it? Am I there yet? Massive. Yeah, this curve thing is really like... Come on, man. Alright, let's see. I might just have to like throw in the towel with regards to this layout over here. Small shopping center. What I'm thinking is if I could just buy myself a little bit more room down here. More shopping center. Copy down like so, maybe? Like so. Come on, man. It's like it's right there. It would be so easy to actually connect this in real life. That's not how video games work. All right, I think I am gonna have to throw in the towel over here. Other option is trying to like really hug the wall here. I don't think that's actually any better. Yeah, I don't think so. Nah. I was hoping this would be one of those cases where it's just like it happens to work out. Just when I'd lost all hope. No. No such luck. Alright, so we get rid of that. Let's go ahead and reconnect this. Let's pull this out once more. Reconnect you. Put that curve back. There it is. Why can I not make this? I guess that's what I would need. If I do that, and then I go and see kind of what kind of room this small shopping center needs. So goddamn close. It's frustrating. So close. Okay. Try something here. Get you down here. Nice. 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 The power of perseverance, folks. The power of perseverance. Is it exactly what I'd hoped for? No. I don't like this curve. This isn't as clean as I'd like it to be. But honestly, it works. It works. It works fine. Again, this is also slightly off, but it's fine. It's fine. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could tweak these, right? I could get rid of these and these. Watch me regret this. Over to our crossings here. Yeah, there we go. See, this will work out just fine. Pop you down over. No, it won't, because this curve is not as neat as I would have hoped. All right, fine. Let's stick with the original then, because I prefer the weird angle to be shorter than longer. Go ahead and pop you down like so, and like. Factory connection. There we go. Beautiful. When it wasn't auto-connecting, I was a little worried, but no, we're good. So yeah, so basically there were some concerns that there would be a lot of jamming at the road cargo station and that maybe meat could be delivered directly at the meat storage instead. We can still do that. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. Yeah, it means that the forklifts are now going to have to pull from up over here. But you know what? If these 4 or whatever forklifts are not enough to keep a smooth flow to both of these shopping centers, which I think they will be, hopefully, but if not, we can always add an additional crossing over here, or we could add a larger facility somewhere like off to the side over here or something. We can always sort that out later, or we can move the meat storage further down and have the road come down here instead. If that becomes a problem, we can find other solutions. Though actually the meat storage would have to be placed like somewhere here to connect to both these stores directly. We need forklifts anyway, unless this meat storage is vastly changed in its location. I think it'll work fine. And again, if it doesn't, that's when we get a larger forklift facility. Or what we could do at that point is actually let me check over here. I keep calling it a forklift facility. I mean forklift garage. We could add one like down over here or something, and we just have to like redo the infrastructure a little bit. But that would immediately bring in a few more. In fact, if we're concerned, we could plan around it right now. It would bring in 4 more forklifts, and that should really speed things up, right? I think we'll be good. What I wonder about is, do I want to deliver food via truck or via train? Food, clothes, electronics, all that kind of stuff, right? Like, do I want to get these tracks coming out over here? We can. We are able to. If we wanted, lay down some tracks. Now again, I'm not too concerned about a lot of traffic up over here either, right? That's also another thing, is it's like it's not going to be super congested or anything. Do I want these trains coming through like so? Because what were we planning? We're planning, sports facilities and stuff over here. What building is this? These guys should be fine, right? Yeah, these guys should be fine. We have fire stations in the area for sure. Yeah, we're planning some sports facilities up over here. The train will go through. There's the connection down over here, right? I'm thinking as well, by the way, of adding more fields. Some of you brought up, like, we're going to need more farms to feed all these people. That's what the plan is over here. Adding a bunch of fields, adding another, not just agro farm, but like food processing facility up over here, or like up over here or something, and delivering from up there to down here. Will it be fast? No, it'll take some time still, but it's close. We could also do food up over here, but remember this lake it's very oil rich, so we want to keep that in mind as well. But we can do food up over here too, or we could do food out over here where the city is eventually going to grow into, though, right? So there are spots, and I have been taking that into consideration. My first thought is to have more fields up over here, as well as a food processing complex. And when I say that, I mean, like one of these up over here, we can get food and meat prepared at a good rate as well. Those things do, I would say, pretty good work. And then from there, we could, like, I guess have the train come through this way, or it would hook up with, these tracks or something, and it would come through. And where are we? There we are. And pop down this way. I mean, there's options. I almost wonder if, rather than go across this way, we would want it to we would want it to, like, curve up that way, right? Tunnel, pop out somewhere up over here, loop back, tunnel through here. Yeah, maybe. So then the food would be, like, delivered up to be food, and I wonder if we'd make clothes here as well. Food and clothes, because fabric, you need chemicals in the area. You need chemicals down over here as well, right? So chemicals are coming through nearby. It is going to be tough to hook it up to all of our existing facilities. Chemicals will be coming from where? Chemicals will be coming from down over here, right? We have a chemical plant down here, which needs crops. It's not getting crops because these guys have been delayed a couple times. We have crops now, though. Well, these guys aren't even working right now because they're too topped up on chemicals. But yeah, so chemicals would come from down over here. across, up. No jams, yeah. Across, up. All the way around, up, across. And they would split to deliver chemicals down here, maybe chemicals up there. But if we're doing that, then why not get from over here clothes and electronics? Or not from over there, but why not from down over here? We could get electronics and fabric, and then move that up this way, right? It cuts the journey down a little bit. Move that up this way, and then next to the food facilities, we'll have clothing fabrication. Yes, that was intentional. Embrace the pun, not apologize for it. I think that would work. Making clothes, fabricating clothes, as it were, takes what? It's a plastics factory. Clothing, just fabric, right? Yeah, that would work. That would work. So we get chemicals delivered for our. Where are we? Chemicals delivered for our facilities down over here, and then we'll come up over here with tunnel. We'd have this like split basically, and then that same track, I guess, would move over through the mountains, down across these mountains, and deliver clothes and electronics down over here. Other option, of course, is that this kind of goes out and comes down this way. We have the train tracks come over here. Cut across, maybe? That's the airport. Train tracks come down over here, and they hook up somewhere over here, right? Like the parallel track I was mentioning earlier. That might be wiser, actually. That might be cleaner and faster from over here. Come up, go through, you wind up, you're carrying electronics and clothes, come across this way, you loop around, you cross somewhere over here, I guess, over here, and you deliver. Alright, you know what? Let's plan for both. Another infrastructure's in the way. Oh, of course, this is uncrossable without the appropriate facilities here. This is why I'm like... This is why I kind of like started today's session talking about some of these like connections across the river, is because as we put some of this stuff down, we really have to start considering, yeah, where do these goods come from? Can they, can they make it here? And if so, yeah, how do they get here? What paths do we need to keep clear? Where can we not put down any buildings, right? Like if we want to make a sporting community center kind of a thing over here, now we know we have to leave a little bit of a clear space over here. Same goes over here, right? We need the tracks coming through. From where? I think a little bit further out is fine. But if we do this kind of a thing, maybe. Go ahead and commission. Should be safe to click auto build here. It always makes me so nervous. Actually, yeah, okay, I can click auto build. And here. Go ahead and loop you around. That looks about right. Go ahead and flatten. Yeah, I would say it looks about right. Something like that. And auto build off first. Again, I wish I could get like an orthographic angle over here. Something like this. And the thing is, what we need to do is, we can't just like, oh no, that's terrible. We can't just like have this suddenly make a sharp turn and be like, yeah, cool, there's our connection. We'll need a junction over here. Like pull this back a little bit. Oh, what if I do that? Better. And then over here, we'd like, yeah, we need to like start building our junction over here, right? Because what about the rest of the city over here? We'll need we'll need to make sure that these goods are able to go this way as well as that way, right? So if that is what's happening here, we have you, let's say, connecting like so, right? And then up over here is going to be interesting. I get this curve to continue on. What I should have done is I should have got this going first. Alright, let's go ahead and cancel you and you. But this like serves as markers for us. Continue this onwards this way, roughly, right? This way. We got you coming over to here and you coming over to here. That looks like a big enough space, right? And then you would come, whoa, up like that. This always throws me off. It's like, how do I... In my head, this should look a lot neater. In my head, it does look a lot neater, I mean, you know. Something like that, crossing out loud over there, it says. Right side to right side. Left side to... That's so weird, crossing out loud. Why? Very strange. Weird. Had to do it in parts. Maybe it was something to do with the slope. Alright, alright. Well, that's coming together. Right? So a train would come up, and it would either go off that way, or go off this way. Or they could even go back and forth, right? Like if a delivery is made here, and there's some, like, surplus, it would go across back this way and drop off somewhere over here. Seems reasonable. Seems reasonable, yeah. And then we could, again, from roughly around here, we'd want to put the bridge down, right? So let's go and actually back this up a little bit. Let's say here-ish. And then the bridge. Which bridge? I think that's a truss bridge all the way down there. I don't know if we want to do a truss bridge over here. Steel deck... Well, okay, they're all truss... These are truss bridges, and this one's a railway bridge. What is the difference? Again, I'm only so familiar with some of this like terminology and stuff, right? Like this doesn't look like a very like serious bridge, you know? It looks like it's a bridge in the middle of nowhere. Like looking at the materials over here, like just based on this, I feel like this is where like a showdown happens in like a western, you know? That's what it looks like. What is this building? The big sports hall at Brickstonia. We have fire stations over here. You should be fine. Yeah, it looks like the fire trucks are headed over. Good. We could get... Alright, cool. Okay, okay. What if I do one of these instead? See, that looks like a right proper bridge. I'll pop you down here, let's say, right? I pull you over as well. That looks like enough clearance to me. Might need to be a bit higher. And if so, what we do is we'd either pull this back a bit further or just like raise this a little bit. Part of me is kind of like, why not? Why not just do it? Why live with uncertainty? What we would do is, first of all, commission this, because I feel pretty confident that this is good and it'll work. Fairly certain, but again, feel free to point out any potential issues that you see that I'm missing. Let's go ahead and auto build using rubles. Go ahead and raise this up. Go ahead and smooth some of these sides here. There we go. Work a lot nicer. Thing is, I want to make sure there's room for semaphores over here. That's why I'm not like jamming it right up against the what's it called? The junction over here. Let's pull you out a little bit. Pull you out. Crossing out loud. I think. There we go. Pull you out a little bit. You here, right? And then, is that enough room for... Yes, we can put a semaphore in here. I'm a little worried this is a little too tight. I'm not 100% sure what issues it will cause, but I feel like it will cause some issues. We're getting a lot of fires lately. Be down like this, let's say. Pull this guy over as well. There we go. That looks like we're roughly the same height. Looks like we're in the clear. And this road would be able to continue on underneath as well. Yes. No issues there. I might actually I might extend this coastline a bit to make it curve a bit more nicely. We'll see. Or maybe this is where the road finally has to, like, turn up or something. Can I... Let's do that for future reference. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. We still have a lot of room over here to put down some of these buildings, right? Some of these housing units and whatnot. Hopefully we're able to maintain the similar kind of stepped look and vibe. I'm a little worried about that, but we'll see. I think we're okay. I think we're probably okay. Okay. Now on to some of this stuff over here. And I know I said, like, this is what I was going to do last session, but between last session and this session, I realized there's a lot of things that I hadn't been taking into consideration, especially as it pertains to, yeah, just making connections, right? Making sure everything's actually able to move around. Yeah, this is actually, this is epic. I quite like, look at that. It's like pointing towards the old cities between the two bridges. Ah, man. Such a good feeling, just seeing that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Fire extinguisher, okay, good. Let us go ahead and put down what? We're gonna go ahead and put down quite a few things. First of all, do we get a road down this way or a footpath down this way? Why don't we go ahead and begin by putting down a monument. Gotta plan around the monument sometimes, right? Can I fit a monument over here? It's gotta be one of the smaller ones, I imagine. Yeah, looks like it. Can't believe, I just, like, why? The footprint is tiny. Let me put it down. I can't even fit this guy in here? Come on, man. Alright, listen, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these footpaths. Right? Can I get the big guy down now? No. Maybe. No. I don't think his infrastructure... Okay, let's... Okay, sure. I guess it was looking at the footpath. Don't get it. But alright, here we go. So, pop you down. But, just... There we go. Flatten away. Do that, then maybe I'll be able to move a little bit closer down. Flatten away. Go ahead and pop you down like... Just had it. Sure, it shows up green when I don't want to pay for it, but yellow when I'm just trying to place it. Ah, there we go. Nudge you over a bit. And bam. Right. The footpaths back up, so this will hook up over here, this will hook up over here, and this will hook up over here. Too steep of an incline, eh? Too steep of an incline. Okay, fair enough. I've done steeper in my life. This is nothing. This is nothing. Don't think I can smooth or justice it all over here. Yeah. This will not budge. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So what we can do is, let's pull this down as far as it'll go. Hold on. Pull this down as far as it'll go. Just roughly here. And then we can do Shirley. Oh, wow, really? Hoping we could. Do, no, oh, man. There we go. Come on now. Pop this down to here. Too steep of a descent. Wild. Up over here. Too steep of a descent. Oh, no. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Alright, so the other way to solve this problem would be to do what? Would be to cancel this footpath. And raise this up a little bit from center. Why don't we go with this instead? Like, it lights it up green, but it doesn't actually mean it. Might need to replace this building. Replace this building, I mean. What if I do it this way instead? It just says too steep, doesn't want to help me flatten. Here it's fine. Doesn't need to... Man. 10 different ways to smooth terrain out. None of them wants to cooperate over here. Go straight, just too steep. One of these won't make a difference. This game sometimes. Yeah, like this won't work unless I go like at a completely weird angle over here. And even then... Is that really what I want to do over here? If I do demolish this building... Alright, which one is this? 5-story double new 2-2. 5-story double new 2-2. 5-story double new 2-2. If that does anything for us. Maybe doing this in the dark is not ideal. Okay. Go over to our modded residential. So 5-story double new 2-2. Oh, right, no, it's just 5-story double new 2, and the other 2 is it's the second one, right? Infrastructure. You're gonna be a pain, aren't you? Oh, alright, okay. Needs a bit of flattening, though, it says. I wonder if that'll just ruin all the work we've done so far. Alright, why don't we go ahead and hook this up first. That curve, that's not quite right. Sure, that looks good-ish. Back to you. Infrastructure. That road up there that's causing the trouble, I think. Seems to be. It doesn't like a lot of what's going on over here. For these guys. A little bit. There we go. Cool. Go ahead and flatten. Come on now. There we go. Cool. I think that'll work. I want to make sure both the footpaths connected. Just had it, man. There we go. Oh, come on. There it is. Alright, cool. Is it perfect? No. Not bad, though. Wonder if I smooth this space out a little bit if we won't get the other footpath to work at this angle. Maybe not. See something here. Pop you down. Yeah, it's just a little too steep at the end here. I'd be surprised. We're okay. I wonder if... Oh, it's such a mess. Like, this is the stuff that really bothers me about this game. Like, man, just let me... make it smooth. Let me make it smooth. There we go. This is a bit smoother. Kind of, sort of. Sure. Gonna have to work with that. Pull you out to here. Pull you out to here. Using our ape here now. Come on. Okay. Adjust this a little bit, I guess. Not the end of the world. Even though I sometimes treat it like it is. There we go. Now, go ahead and put this bad boy back in. He will fit. Will connect. Both sides, I imagine. Pop you down. Hook you up. Perfect? No. Fine? Yes. It just has to do. Like I gotta, like I say all the time, I gotta like let it go sometimes. Pop you down here. Be able to hook this up. There we go. Oh, now for some reason it lets me actually connect down over here. I don't understand. Okay, sure. You do you, game. You do you. And I hate that this isn't gonna connect straight. I don't like it. In fact, I hate it. What if we... Is this way, the asymmetry is like masked, or like the fact that it doesn't connect properly is like hidden. Like this kind of a thing. God damn it, man. I just, you know, what would solve this is if like the whole footprint thing wasn't there, but I fear that is like such an intrinsic part of the game at this point that it's like it's here, it's gonna stay. It's not gonna go away anytime soon. Back up all the way here. There. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so much. But what am I gonna do? Hook these guys up over to here. There we go. Let's actually try. All about making connections this session, eh? From across the river to like the old cities to like even just internally over here. Cancel you. Steep. Some other infrastructure's in the way. You are the infrastructure. It just doesn't want to connect up over there. Because there's no like middle connection point over here. Or is there? No, I don't. Can't tell if that worked or not. Cannot tell if that worked or not. Oh, then we did. Alright, let's do that. And let's do these guys. That, sure. A bit more symmetrical, right? Cool, all that for one statue. Now these guys will loop around and then they'll have access to back over here, hopefully. That's all that for this, to make sure that these guys are able to like walk up to our sports facilities and whatnot, which is an important, like, it's an important thing to consider, but wish it didn't have to be that much of a struggle. As when like it kind of starts to stand out how like far apart these buildings and stuff are. You know what, maybe I shouldn't connect them like this. How bad the symmetry here is. What if I do... Oh, other infrastructure in the way thing is killing me, man. For my sake, alright. Not gonna fly. These guys are walking up here. Got a long way to go. I mean, they're probably just, at this point, they're probably just gonna walk up this way, right? Probably. I would. Loop around this way. Let's go ahead and get rid of this a little bit, because I'd rather it be a road. That was a little too steep, fair enough. Pull that back, a little bit further up maybe. Yep, seems to do the trick. Try and make sure the curve is good. That looks good to me. Go ahead and get this connected down over here. Beautiful, that actually works out nicely. And then we'll have these connections up over here. Gives us enough room to make these connections, which is good. A couple trees, benches, you know, that kind of stuff over here in the middle. At least now, yeah, we have the statue. We have this really kind of strange looking set of paths. I need to ignore the train. It's gonna kill me, man. God damn. Nothing drives me up a wall. Like, that's the one thing in this game that drives me up a wall, is like all that stuff, like the train acting up and how difficult it is to flatten things. Not just flatten things. It's easy to just go and flatten everything, but to have like interesting landscaping and whatnot. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Where is my sports playground? I want to have the sports hall. Oh, this thing's tiny. Where is the big sports hall? Literally what it's called. The big sports hall. Pop you down in the middle, maybe? Pop you down over here, perhaps? No, let's put the sports hall down over on this side. Right. I believe we have a footpath connection there. We do. What I'm thinking is, if we put the sports hall down here... Yeah. These tracks go by so close. Let's see. Pull you down this way, hook you up like that. Go to the road up there. Alright, we got the sports hall over here. What about a, let's say, whoops, theater or something? Again, the big sports hall does service quite a few people. But we need culture here as well. If I can find it. Cinema. People's Theater is small. Where's the big one? Theater of Young Viewer. I like that. 40 maximum workers. That would tell me there's quite a few people that can... There's a Republic Theater. Ooh, no, that's a theater. It's a big theater. Maybe a little too big. There's this as well. It's also maybe a little too big. Is it though? Wheel... No. I think the Republic Theater belongs somewhere else. Theater of Young Viewer. I quite like the idea there. And then there's the Janacek Theater, I believe is how that's said. But obviously the footpaths will cause some issue there. I'll pop this down over here. Sure, maybe do that. If I pop you down over... The other option is, of course, to go with some of these, like... where'd it go? The Cinema Soju and the People's Theater. Might be a bit more fitting for where we are. Though things have been getting like bigger and bigger further up we go, and there's some, yeah, you know, we're mixing modern and modern. You know what I mean? We're kind of like blending old and new in a few ways here. So why don't we go ahead and put this theater down over here? Even holding down control doesn't give me the finest rotation that I want right now. Like, I want to split the difference between these two. Guess I'll settle for this. Pop you down over here like so. So we have one road connected, the other one didn't, despite telling me it would. There we go, cool. So we've got culture, we've got sports. Is that going to be enough? No, definitely not. We're going to need more like over here or something. Tracks will go up there. Will that be enough? We have what? We have over 1,000 people over here. And for those of you that are wondering, like, why am I building another city over here while we have unemployment in some of the older cities? Because it's fun is part of the reason. But also because we'll have more employment available down over here soon as well, hopefully. These guys have made a lot of good progress, it looks like, on some of these construction sites. Seeing some progress nonetheless. Still, the prefab panel, the supply of prefab panels is slowing stuff down over there. Thought I'd check in real quick. But what I actually wanted to come down here for is... this guy. 264 visitors when it's like maximum staff, eh? Maybe like 300 or so actually, I think. So just looking at how popular it is here, where we have quite a bit of a population, I think we'll be fine with having one of these up top. And then where's the big sports hall? This, I don't know, maybe it won't be enough. Because over here we don't just have the one big sports hall, we also have these gyms as well, but it looks like these guys are not as popular as the big sports hall. Okay, fair enough. Oh no, here we go. Even still. Alright. Okay. Where are we? So we're to go ahead and build. Where is the... Oh, right, sports. The gyms. Probably fit like one up over here. What we would do then is, let's see if I pop you down over here, let's say. Like so. Get the road that's coming up this way. Go ahead and flatten. Oh, a little faster over here. Drop this down. Good stuff. Let's make sure this is kind of like flat as well. Right from center. There we go. The road would, of course, roll you down a bit further up. In fact, this works out nicely, and I'll explain why in just a moment. From center, there we go. Now we should be good. Yeah, so let's go ahead and pull this up this way. Go ahead and do that. We'll sort that out afterwards. Go ahead and do this as well. Pop you out this way. Pull you out this way. Let's go. Right. A little more lowering over here needed, it seems. Should be good though. Yeah. Pull you out. Pull you out. Get here-ish. Beautiful. Hook you up here. Again, the tracks will continue on upwards, tunnel and everything, and here we might, I don't know if we'll keep this going for some reason or another, but maybe. But yeah, so that gives us access to all the sports. Actually, you know what? I don't know if people will be able to walk that far. You might want to put down a bus stop or something up over here. Like pick people up and drop them off. We have the footpath connections as well, so like what we would do is we would like do a not one of these bus stops, I guess, over here or something. I think that would kind of work nicely, actually. Go ahead and get rid of this bus stop. Oh, get rid of more. There. Pop this down. Like over here. Got your footpath connection here. People will be driven up over here. They'd be able to go, you know, why not even just like have this connection down here too, right? Like have this go up this way. Hook you up there. Pull this guy up here. Apparently this will work, so let's do that. So like now you can get to the this sports field as well from the sports ground or gym or whatever you want to call it from this bus stop as well. We'll have to put a bus stop down over here. It's been top of mind or on my mind for a while that I need another bus stop down over here, so fear not. That was pointed out in the comments as well. It's like, yes, I remember. I do remember that I need a bus stop here. And more, and more as well. But the reason why I said this works out earlier is because what I want to do then is smooth this out maybe and have the kind of like high path up to that viewing point I was talking about earlier. I guess up over here actually is where we want to end up, right? But this could be our kind of way there from this side. Like pop up over here, and just have this little like touristy complex, and then the bus from up over here could drive people down to here where these things affect tourist opinion and stuff as well, right? So that kind of works out nicely. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. A lot of work today accomplished, I would say. We did a lot. As far as connecting this new city to the old country, as it were. Lots of considerations, lots of what would have been massive challenges had I not done them in this order. Can you imagine? Can you imagine plotting out this entire section and then realizing I gotta put tracks down over here? I would have loathed myself, I think. But things are looking pretty good. This is really exciting. This is an exciting shape, as I keep saying. I'm pumped to see it all come through. And once the buildings are all done, I think visually as well, it'll be quite striking with the brick and concrete and all that kind of stuff working together. It will be a sight to behold. Folks, I hope you had a good time, though. This is where we're calling it a session. Looks like we're making some good progress down over here as well, like I was saying earlier. Hopefully these will be done soon. I'm tempted to upgrade these roads just so things are moving a bit faster, because it looks like prefab panels are the sort of stopping point for everything, even though we have plenty of prefab panels. Ooh, ish over here. But they are getting delivered at a decent rate, and you can see the trucks are going out with the prefab panels. I think they're just slowing down when they hit these dirt roads, you know. But it does look like our traffic situation is significantly better everywhere, which is promising to say the least. Good stuff. And then down over here as well, we really ought to take a look at what's going on. No electronic components. Why is that? Because you're missing plastics? And why is that? Because the train isn't coming through with enough plastics? Ah, this is why. This is why that is. Alright, okay. Okay. That's why I had this as a mixed. Hopefully that helps solve the problem. But you know what, folks? We'll find out next time. This is what we're calling it. Did a little bit of a longer session than I'd initially intended, but I hope y'all don't mind the bonus minutes. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. Makes a massive difference in higher approach content on the channel. I say it all the time because it's true. I look at the number of likes and comments. I read through all the comments. It all makes a very big difference. So keep it all coming, folks. As always, of course, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time. Das vidanya.